So this is chapter 8, underlying competencies, and this is one of the knowledge area which is going to talk about that from the competencies perspective. So to understand this, let's understand what are the details we need to understand as part of this chapter. So we will see the overview, analytical thinking and problem solving, how the analytical thinking impacts the problem solving, behavioral characteristics, business knowledge, communication skills, interaction skills, software application. All these are integral part of your underlying competencies because you need to understand each and every section to understand the overall knowledge area properly. To understand the overview perspective, underlying competencies knowledge area provides a description of the behavior, characteristics, knowledge, and personal qualities that support the practice of business analysis. So this is just an overview. From the analytical thinking and problem solving perspective, there are many things which we need to understand. For example, creative thinking. Why do we have to have the creative thinking? So it must be effective in generating new ideas for approaches to solve the problem and in gearing alternative solution. So if you are not a creative thinker, you will not be able to achieve this. From the definition perspective, creative thinking involves generating new ideas and concepts as well as finding new associations between or new application of existing ideas and concepts. This is the more bookish terms, but the purpose clarifies why you have to have a creative thinking. Effectiveness measures. Measures of successful creative thinking include successful generation and productive consideration of new ideas, application of new ideas to resolve existing problems, willingness of stakeholders to accept new approaches. These are some of the effective measures towards creative thinking. Moving on, decision making. Under decision making, again, you need to understand why do we need a decision making. If you are an effective thinker, you need to make effective decision as well. So, business analyst must be effective in understanding the criteria involved in making a decision, in making decision, and in assisting others to make better decisions. So if you are a creative thinker, you have to have a good decision making way also. A decision is required whenever it becomes necessary to select an alternative or approach from two or more options. So you need to take a decision wherever appropriate when you have multiple options and you need to choose one. Effective measures. Measures of successful decision making include confidence of all participants in the decision analysis process that a decision is correct, new information or alternative that cause a decision to be revisited are genuinely new and not simply overlooked. So these are the effective measures towards decision making, not towards the critical thinking. Critical thinking have a different effective measures. Decision making have different effective measures. From the learning perspective, why do we have to think about learning? It must be effective at learning about business domain and how they function, and they translate that learning into an underlying of how to benefit an organization. On the other hand, learning is the process of gaining knowledge or skills. And what other things you can think about? Thorough comprehension of their meaning to apply the knowledge in day-to-day work, and finally analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. So this is all together encompasses learning and the purpose of the learning. Why do we have to do the learning? To better benefit the organization, to understand the domain, you have to learn. We have to learn on day-to-day basis. Effective measures towards learning is agreement by stakeholder that analysis model effectively and completely describe the domain, identification of related problems or issues from multiple areas in domain, rapid absorption of new information or new domain. So these are the effective measures if you think about learning, new information or new domain. You have to learn. If you are not a good learner, you will not be able to absorb any new domain, new ideas, new solutions. So learning works everywhere if you are thinking from the creative thinking. If you are able, so it will go side by side. There is no sequence to it that okay, first effective thinking, then decision making, then learning. No, anyone can come first and anyone can go last, because you may be a good learner, which makes you a good thinker. You may be a good thinker, that's why you are a good decision maker. So it goes hand in hand. Problem solving. Why do we have to think about problem solving? Analysts must be effective at defining and solving problem in order to ensure that the real underlying problem is understood and the solution actually address the problem. Problem solving perspective, it is expected that BA should be able to understand the problem, then only he will be able to understand that what solution works best for it. Definition perspective, defining a problem involves ensuring that the nature of the problem is clearly understood by all parties and underlying issues are visible. So there are many things which you have to think about, that from the defining problem perspective, you have where the problem is clearly understood not only by BA, by all the related parties, and according to that they are thinking about effective measures. What are the effective measures? Confidence in the participant in the problem solving process that a selected solution is correct. So first, you as an analyst has to be sure that okay, the solution what you have opted is right or wrong. The way you have solved the problem is solved or not. First, you as an analyst has to understand. A new solution option can be evaluated effectively using the problem solving framework. So it says new solution can be evaluated effective using the problem solving framework. So whatever problem solving method you have used, if that is effective, then you can use some alternate solution, you can find some new solution on the basis of the same framework which you used for solving the previous problem. So these are the effective measures, but this is not it. There are many more. So you have to read the book to completely understand some more of the effective measures. But these are some of the examples. System thinking. BA must be effective at underlying how the people, processes, and technology within an organization interact in relationship and patterns to create a system as a whole. Now it's talking about, if you recall that business analyst class, we talk about that business modeling and architecture. This is exactly what it is. You need to understand how process, people, technology, and organization interacting with each other. That's what system thinking is all about. So system theory and system thinking suggest that a system as a whole will have properties, behaviors, and characteristics that emerge from the interaction of the component of the system and which are not predictable from an understanding of the component alone. It sounds a very big sentence, but if I break it, it will simplify the detail which is coming out of it. It says, if you are trying to understand the overall organization or just the system can have multiple functionalities, multiple features, multiple characteristics, multiple properties. But if you just take one piece of it, you are not going to understand that system as a whole. For example, if we talk about facets, facet is a claim engine. If I just explain you benefit, you are just going to understand benefit. You are not going to understand claims, reporting, provider contracting, everything. You are not going to understand that. So to understand the system as a whole, you need to understand all side of the story to understand that okay, this is system as a whole. You understand the property, behavior, characteristics, everything. Effectiveness measures. From the effectiveness perspective, understanding of how a change to a